You know, it's just how that. This is how every conversation me and him have goes. But stream can now hear us.
Hello, stream. So, how long is it for the YouTube algorithm that we have to, behave?
A minute, maybe 10.
It depends, because you can get flagged. So there are groups that I know that can get in trouble for swearing at all in their videos. And then there are other groups that are we know we got to behave for so much time and whatnot. We've never gotten a warning. We've just had to deal with copyright stuff from people trying to copyright claim when they have fair use music released with fair use licensing. And I clearly notated that we used it with their fair use licensing. And then I had to fight YouTube. Well, I didn't have to fight YouTube. I had to send a thing to YouTube, and then YouTube kind of went ham on them. So I would say if you at least let us get through the intro and then into the story before you start dropping F-bombs and C-words, I think we'll be okay.
Are you sure about that?
No, I'm not, but we're not monetized yet anyway, so it's not like they can take it away from us. What are they going to do? You can't get any money from YouTube. Wow.
Okay.
Things have changed. Capitalism is a C word. It is a C word. But yeah. Somebody in chat is telling us between 60 and 90 seconds, which I'm not going to tell you that because then you guys will only hold off for a short amount of time.
All right, setting a timer.
We can also read that, right?
No, you can't read.
Yeah, I can.
No, you can't. You're from Europe.
I'm a woman from Europe, so I can.
Yeah. I'm going to behave myself.
If I leave Europe, you're going to burn me like a witch.
We're just letting that go into the sand.
Mm-hmm. Well, just like her rights would be if she was around the sand people. Anyways. Sorry, bad cold. So, when last we saw our heroes, Nate, the Human Rangers, Gobs, the Loxodon Warlock, Othokent, the Lizard Folk Life Domain Cleric, Talah, the Half-Orc Druid, and Abraham, the Human Wizard. The group had returned from Mount Celestia with their now glowing golden god of a friend to see what they could do to save the lizard folk. Upon stepping through the portal back to the Prime Materia, they were greeted with the cult of Shar, to which Othokent inverse winked at them by opening his one good eye and bringing the sun to the world. Upon doing so, the caverns and the Temple of Dawn was purified, revealing the original nature of these caverns as warm homes filled with light and bringing his people back to their senses and giving them the opportunity to repair, rebuild, and make compensation for the evil they had wrought while under the influence of the evil priest who went full Skeksis and turned into crumbly dust and turned into a shadow that got blown away by the light.
Right.
After all of that, our group rested for the evening, and then the all-powerful Abraham teleported them back to the city, sans Othokent, who is staying with his people to help them recover and repair the relationship with the dwarves. Upon getting back to the tower, they went up and saw Lily. They found some very discomforting information about how closely both her and Silonir had been taken care of, noting that Silonir was missing. Abraham went downstairs to see Dryden and give him the gold, the true gold or celestial gold needed to rebuild Gilgamesh's body, as the folks are down to one missing component. After doing so, they went home, discovered Silonir was there, making waffles, as Silonir is known to do. Abraham went and let me see. Nope. Reverse that. Gobs and Abraham went to meet one of his contacts, who is totally not an information broker.
No, he sells soup.
Yeah. All he does is talk about soup. He doesn't like stale soup, though. Does not like it stale. Who was able to give them information about a new Arcano train that is been built in Burcoin that will be making its maiden voyage back to the city. and that there's a group that are going to travel down the rails to magically inspect them to make sure they have the runes in good order, and then ride the train back to the city. And that not only will this train have various dignitaries, scientists, and arcanists on it, it has in its vault cabin several otherworldly treasures, including the all-elusive Aurorum that is needed to complete get the body of Gilgamesh. This is what brought it to the attention of this broker, as in addition to the fact that that is on there, there's a well-known group of lycanthrope. Goodness, where are my notes? They should be here. Lycanthropes. Nope, not that one. Should be under this one. Under this one. I got too many notes. Yep, it's this one. So a group of, I want to get their names right. Where is it? How do I always lose stuff? It is the most frustrating thing. I've got too many notes because we've been doing this too long. So it's a group of lycanthrope thieves and bad guys, basically, called the Boggle Brothers, are also after the Aurorum. Don't know who hired them, but knows that they will be attacking the train themselves. So with this knowledge, Abraham was able to go and secure their place on the inspection trip down, and with him being an arcanist and everybody else being just general bodyguards, as they slowly take a 3-day trip gliding down the rails, unpowered, to inspect them and make sure everything's good. And then they are getting paid a certain amount of gold per day for that. And then they will get a free trip back to the city from Burcoin. After all of that was done, several conversations were had about the care that had been taken with Sulanir, with Alindoril. Yep, Alindoril. Yep. Sorry. Again, I've got too many names to keep track of. I apologize, guys. I used to be good at this. But yeah, so, and various conversations were had between her and Talah, with nothing really being resolved between all of that. And then, as the group began to break up and go their separate ways, Gobx had a visitor from the man in the cube. And having that conversation, he had finally called in his end of the bargain that they made, which was to retrieve the cube itself from Abraham and hand it to the emissary of the man in the cube. Gobs has until sundown to make that decision. As they went about their way, doing their various duties, eventually they were all headed back to the apartments. And as they were, the sun was getting real low. And Gobs was at the point that she was going to have to make her decision. So that is where we will pick up. Gobs, it is towards the end of the day.
Yep.
Sun is going down, and you can feel kind of like an oily skin stretch across water. You can feel things coming due. It's time. What decision will Gobs make? Is she going to fulfill her end of the bargain? Will she betray her dearest and oldest of friends and the whole group to maintain the protection that is around them, to maintain that source of information? Or will she sacrifice that, put them all at risk? So, Gobs, what would you like to do?
Gobs is going to find where Abraham is sleeping. I presume he's gone to bed at this hour.
No, it's right at dusk, so I don't think. I mean, I realize he's old, right? But he's
Well,
not
then
like
where he's located.
early bird special Wapner bed is not his order. So he would be, I believe, Abraham, you would be in the apartment at this point in time.
Sure.
Okay, it's early evening. Would you be in your room? Would you be out with everybody else? Where would you be? Do you think?
Just picturing kind of like a big friend style apartment where there's like a lot of room, you know, people to like have their own place to sleep and things like that.
Yeah, you've got your individual rooms, and then you've got the large common room and kitchen and dining room.
So, sitting in a corner of the common room, reading the magic book, and just kind of trying to piece together more meaning behind that secret spell. Trying to gain context as to its existence and how it would be used. And so he's studying.
Hey, Abe, I have a question.
Yes? What is it, Gobs?
How far would you go to keep everyone safe?
You don't want the answer to that question. You may not like the answer.
I do like the answer. Please. It's important.
Well, it really depends upon the situation. You know, there's many reasons why somebody could be in danger and what you'd be resorted to doing in order to protect them. So if my only choice was to kill, well, obviously you've seen me do that already. If it was to protect you from outside evils, I would do everything to shield you from those things, even to the point of killing those things, just to remove the influence upon you. If I were to, well, the only choice I had was to do something drastic to save you all, and I had to sacrifice myself. Seeing no other option, then I would. And if, well, I mean, it's either killing or sacrifice. I mean, I have no qualms about either. You've seen me do these things.
Yes, but there's nothing you would put above keeping people here safe, then.
Well, if you... He wants to roll insight because this level of questioning is curious because, like, are you... He wants to know if he's being judged in a way.
Yeah.
Well, he's like, is Gob's questioning his character?
I get it. Yeah, you can do an insight check on him.
He's not really thinking that Gobs is planning on doing anything. It's almost, it feels like asking, like, who I am? Don't you know?
First roll of the night.
It's a 7.
You don't really understand where this line of question is going, but you don't think it's necessarily Gob's questioning you per se. It's just a weird line of questioning.
Well, there are certain things that we are doing that have greater importance than us, and it's whether you choose to place those things above whether I decide to choose to place those things above the safety of the immediate surroundings. I mean, like the greater good, or the needs of the many versus the needs of the few. There's a balance I try to strike in all things, and I try to find the middle path. That way, I can protect as much as possible without sacrificing the mission at whole.
Yeah. In that case, I think I have my answer.
I'd always try to keep in mind that there's a balance in all decisions. And sometimes finding that balance is internal. Finding yourself okay with making a decision. Even if it's drastic on the outside, you made the measured response. Are you having trouble with something? I mean, is your arm influencing you in ways to make you make choices about your actions?
No, not the R.
But there is something.
Yeah, but I think my mind's made up.
Well, whatever your decision that you just made, just know that you're going to have to be okay with whatever you do.
Yeah. I think I can tell you what it is then. At this point, it doesn't matter.
Oh?
I remember a while ago, you said you saw someone from inside the cube we're carrying. Person you're speaking to.
Yes. Yes, the brother of Gilgamesh sealed away.
Yeah. You gave a physical description of him. A vague one.
Mm-hmm. You've seen him?
Seen him. Spoke to him. Also, at this point, I believe she has broken the deal, so if there's any dramatic thing happening.
You can feel like, imagine a string is under your skin and you could feel it pull out, but there's hundreds of them all across your body, suddenly just going taut and then slowly being dragged out of you.
Yeah.
So, Abe, you physically see her recoil a little bit as soon as she says that.
What did it do to you? He stands up and inspects Gobs.
He offered me knowledge. Knowledge that ultimately led nowhere.
So a useless deal.
I thought it would lead somewhere important. It didn't. And in exchange, he wanted me to betray you. Tonight.
For what?
He wanted me to steal away the cube, away from you. He no longer deals it safe to be in your hands, and hand it off to someone he trusts, who would come here and pick it up.
I see. What's interesting to me is that he didn't ask me, the bearer of the cube, to do anything with it, if he felt it was dangerous for me to be carrying it still. What's also interesting to me is that he is not incorrect. Bearing this cube around the coil of the remainder of this creation, I ended up in the Shadowfell, bargaining with a lord of lies and deals, a tally lord.
He
keeps
also
track.
He also said that if I ever informed you or any of the others about the deal, ever spoke about it, or if I went back on the deal, which I've done now, that his protection of us would stop.
Hmm. How about we find the middle ground then? He wants this somewhere safe, but how about we do something our way?
I prefer that.
Come with me, and so you can bear witness to what we do.
All right. It also means we're all probably more in danger than we were, by however wide margin.
Oh? What was he protecting you from? Or us
He never
from?
specified. That's why I'm saying however wide.
How interesting how he never specified the danger he's protecting you from. It's almost like extortion. Something may happen to your shop, said the mafia man. You better pay up. You never know what could happen.
True. True.
As
But
a
it'll
note,
make you feel.
as a note, just to confirm, Talah and Nate, are you guys at home at this moment as well?
I think after the conversation with Elindril, I went back, and Nate never left.
Okay. All right. Just making sure I knew where everybody was. All right. So you two are around as well. And Abraham, when you say come with me, where are you going?
To gather the other two, just to, because of Gobs is a little, wouldn't know if it's quantifiable as afraid or just wary.
Wary.
He's going
Okay.
to gather the other two. Nate, we have something to discuss. Is Talah with you?
He just got home, so I think so. Yeah.
I heard my name.
Talah?
What?
Yeah. Mr.
Do you
Grissom
want to
has
tell?
some business.
Do you want to tell him or shall I, Gobs?
I will. She's basically going to recount the exact same thing again.
So everybody is currently brought up to speed.
Yes.
I'll leave it quiet for a moment so you guys can comment on it.
Right. Okay. So, whatever protection was given is now gone. We don't know what protection it was.
Yeah.
And that got broken because you talked about it and didn't steal the cube that Abraham has with him.
Correct.
Okay.
So now what?
Now we're all some unquantifiable percentage more in danger than we were before.
And
So,
thus,
kind of same old.
Essentially, yes.
hard to say what was being held back when the dam was invisible, as was the threat. So, I advised Gobs that we find the middle ground to this conundrum. Carrying this cube around can be dangerous. I did end up in the Shadowfell. So, why don't we put it somewhere safer?
Which
I'm
would
going to
be?
take with Dryden.
But
He's making the dam's body anyways. He's going to need this thing eventually. Maybe there's some preparations he could have done before we get back with the final pieces.
could we? Like they got to Dryden before.
He
Are you
wasn't
sure
in the
that's the safest
tower.
place?
He wasn't in the tower.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
There were no guardians and centurions around. There's two powerful dragons. 3 if you count Lily.
Would it be a dumb idea to leave it in the superposition thingamabob?
That may actually not exist when we're not in it. So that's not very much of a storage point.
I do have to disagree with this plan of yours, though, Abraham.
Oh, and what would you rather do with the cube?
Well, honestly, we've kept it safe so far. I'm just saying, if we give it to Dryden and Carrie shows up, he can literally just be like, hey, that thing, hand it over, and they won't have any chance of refusing.
What would you prefer? S&J has vaults. We can see if the
Which he
Magelin
can
and his
probably
family...
break into very easily.
We could give it to Magelin, who has his powerful family behind him, and the literal army around him.
I'd rather just keep it with us.
What has changed that you want to get rid of it?
Well, there is a point that it's no longer safe with me. We did end up in the Shadowfell, a very dangerous location separated from another dimension, and had we not been able to find our way back, we would have been stuck there.
Yes, and Carrie wouldn't have been able to do anything with it either.
And who knows how long it would have taken for Gugulana to break through the barrier, considering, well, you heard, the attacks on the dome were increasing.
I'm just saying that I believe the safest place for that thing is with us. At least for now.
I agree.
And we're powerful enough to resist Carrie?
Maybe, maybe not. But is there really a point in worrying about it currently? We have more important matters to go through.
So it's decided then? We keep it?
I don't like
I
the idea
prefer
of leaving it with
keeping it.
Dryden. That, as Talah said, then he would have both.
Okay.
And
As you
Is
see.
there a way
SJ
to... No, that wouldn't work, would it?
What?
The sanctum. We have rooms there now. Can you leave it in there?
Well, I
There-
suggested that, but
There is the downside that we don't know who actually gave us access to the sanctum and who else has access to it.
Would the people in there know?
I doubt they'd tell us, and then there's also the whole sausage vendor guy.
Right.
true. I mean, at the very least, we can ask the people in there if this thing we have is the only access point. Right?
It's not a horrible idea, provided they tell us the truth and all. But yeah, it's worth a shot.
I mean, have they been lying to us so far?
How would we know?
Have you noticed any, like, odd behavior from them?
None yet. But they could just be good at it for all I know.
Hey, Abraham, can you give me an Arcana check?
They've been talking about how they exist and don't at the same time in there.
So with your knowledge of the arcane and extra dimensional spaces, you know that like with Mordenkainen's castle and all that kind of stuff, like once you leave them, they disexist. So
Right.
Yeah, so the
That's kind
extra
of what his
planar
point
thing
was.
that you've got.
That's what Abe said earlier. Is that I don't think it exists unless we're in it.
Yeah, you can go from things to you're 99% sure it doesn't exist.
With my knowledge of everything that I've studied out of these books and having crossed planar boundaries, I don't think that place even exists. No, I'm quite sure it doesn't.
So what would happen if you leave something there?
It would probably eject it out next to us as another occupant.
Okay, so that won't work either. Well, maybe we'll figure out something, but right now, I think it's the best thing to just keep it.
Yeah. Until we find a better solution.
Exactly.
Let's have a bit of optimism and faith in ourselves, right?
Yes. But we can't just take it on faith. He may be correct. The only thing then is trusting whoever it's going to be given to.
But there are
if it
more
was done in
important matters, right, than just discussing this. Shouldn't we get ready for that job that you got?
Tomorrow. Yes? Right, sounds good. Tomorrow.
Yep.
So tonight we rest and discuss our plans for for anything that we need to prepare for. If there's nothing to prepare, then it's just resting.
So what roles will we all be playing on this train?
You will be escorts. I will be investigating the magical engine and the runes powering it as a kind of consultant.
You'll be
So-
specifically inspecting the rails.
So we're basically just your +1?
No, you're hired muscle. They only had consultants and escorts.
Right there in case the
Available.
place gets attacked, which we know someone is planning to do.
Right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because basically you're going to spend 3 days walking down railroad lines through wilderness type areas. So there's guards, and then there's people who are inspecting the rails.
So the
It
question
sounds
also
straightforward.
becomes, since we're planning on basically heisting this thing,
Hmm?
well, we're planning
Either
on
we. Go ahead.
we're planning on stealing from this place at one point during this whole thing.
We are?
Unless we. Well, I mean, they're carrying the material we need in this train. So either we steal it or we negotiate. It's surrender to us, but I don't know if Providence is going to allow us that opportunity.
Yeah, we don't know a whole lot. Currently, we're playing a lot of it by ear.
If
Haven't
they
we
do get
been doing
attacked,
that
we
all
may
the time?
Yes, we do that all the time. That is correct.
So if they do get attacked, we either do our job and negotiate the fact that maybe we deserve it for saving their lives. Or maybe we let them die, then we defeat the enemy and take it for ourselves. Or maybe we join forces with the other side and take it with their help.
But
We don't have money to buy something like this. There's no trade or negotiation possible with what we have. So either we take this opportunity or we find another source of a rare interdimensional metal.
Oh. Right.
And a quick estimate of the price for this metal would be... What knowledge check would that be?
Roll for capitalism.
Insight,
I'm not
Perception?
trained.
You're not trained in
religion.
capitalism?
Capitalism is a
Oh,
religion.
right, you're
Yeah,
or just-
European.
It's a
Is
religion.
that some of the info Gobx would have gotten through her connections, like rough estimates?
From her soup
Estimates.
vendor.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
I have restocked my arrows.
Be roughly 25 pounds of it. Be roughly like 45,000 gold or so.
So yes, it's roughly 40 to 50,000 gold in that ballpark for the amount we need. I mean, if any of you have that on you and know how we can quickly earn that, we can't just protect the metal and then buy it. Presuming that the one who ordered it has no other use for it. Hello?
You're talking to them. I mean, Abraham's
just-
already got those 3 plans in mind.
I just
We're
wanted
trying to
to make
convince
sure that
them.
people could hear me was all, because there was
Sure, sure.
complete silence.
Absolute silence.
I
Yeah,
we
you know, the
can't let
cogwheel's
innocent
turning.
People get killed, right?
Sorry, what did you say?
We can't let innocent people get killed.
No.
I agree we shouldn't do that. That's why I'm saying we steal it.
Is that really what we're ending up at?
Do you have a better solution?
I don't have any solution, no.
What company is
You-
shipping the material?
I remember getting the rough name of it. They're the ones we're working for, right?
It
Mm.
wasn't directly with S&J. S&J was just a contractor looking for people, right?
Correct.
But we know who we're contracted through, but
Mhm.
with through S&J. God, I can't speak.
Yeah. Abe should know, but I don't know if Abe paid attention.
Yeah,
I-
it's just it's
Like
just
Arcana Motion Express.
yeah, it's the Craftsman's Consortium that is shipping the material in. So like the same group that you would have met some of their higher ups at the Dwarven guy's home. In fact, based off of what this is, it's very likely going to him.
So let's
The rich guy's
speak
home?
about it.
Yeah. Were you the Thymars? Because he handles, he's a raw material dealer.
Hmm.
I have a question, by the way. Shouldn't Elendoril and the others kind of like help us do this? I mean, they must have tons of money to be able to pay for that. So why are we stealing?
Do you want to go ask?
They, uh,
What-
He's
One
not.
of the
He's not
reasons-
mocking you with that answer. He's just asking you openly, "Do you want to go?"
One of the
I mean,
reasons we're not informing them a lot of what specifically we're doing is in case Carrie gets a hold of them so they can't tell him what we're doing.
I mean, we don't have to go into specifics now, do we?
True.
I just feel like we need to go by some, like, at least look out for other options before we turn to possible murder and banditry.
Yeah, I'd like to actually stick to my morals for once again.
That's what I
I'm
just.
sorry if it's tedious.
No, I agree. If it doesn't cost human lives, then yes.
Then
God, they don't even
I'd
think they want
say,
to steal it.
Yes,
then
I
I'd
understand
say
that.
we drop by the Eye of the Beholder, get a special meal to go, and then head to the tower to talk to Elendril.
I don't think we can take meals to go there. But otherwise, yes, I agree.
We can damn well try.
So you're wanting to do that tonight or in the morning? Because you don't have to. You meet up just outside the city at 10 a.m. is when you start the job.
I'm thinking we're doing
Kind of
this.
bothered.
Because by now it's probably like 8:30 ish, 9 o'clock. It's getting fairly late in the evening.
When do dragons sleep?
Elendril doesn't.
All right.
Yeah. I'm thinking that we'll head in, grab the meal now, because as far as I recall, once we're there, time doesn't pass outside.
What? Headed
What?
where?
The Superposition Sanctuary.
Okay, because that's not what you said. You said you were going to go to the Eye of the Beholder or Pie of the Beholder.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, Pie of the Beholder. My bad. I completely
I was-
misunderstood. I'm the one in the wrong here. I'm the one in the wrong.
Is good, but define space time good. I don't think so.
No, I'm the one in the
Would
wrong.
be cool, though.
Also,
I
I don't
mixed the
think we could
place.
take food out of the physician sanctuary.
Yes, that was my
No.
point. Like, we can't take it to go there. That
Yeah,
because
I was talking
thinking
about
that
Pie of the
place.
Beholder, and I was just there like, what? What do you mean we can't get to-go meals?
No, we
Yeah.
absolutely can there. I was thinking of the wrong place.
I will say because you Talah specifically love Pie of the Beholder. You know that they close at 9.
Mhm.
So like you're probably by the time you get there they'll probably be closed.
Dang it. What time do they open again?
6 a.m.
Awesome.
They open real early because they have a second shift that kind of works dinner. So it's like they do breakfast and lunch, and then like they close for a couple hours, and then they open back up from like 6 to 9 to catch the after work crew.
Right. Okay. So I'd say we go in the early morning.
All right, that works. I guess, yeah.
I mean, they open at 6, so.
Aye, but we should probably still go. Speak to the tower dragons now.
Yeah, I am then going to tell you that we need to find some place where we can get some takeout before we go to the tower.
So it's a gift for negotiation.
Well, let's just say that the talk I had with Elendril today kind of showed that she is just very hungry. Like she doesn't really have time to go and grab food.
I believe there was a specific type of food that she wanted.
I already
remember?
got that to her. We already established that I had gotten her noodles and went back with the noodles for her.
Okay. All right.
She's been noodled.
She's
She
been
has been noodled.
Every lady calms down once they've gotten a bit of noodle inside them.
Were they good nudes?
Hmm.
The best.
Uh,
They got the job done, all right?
They were
the
passable.
size is what you do with it.
Right.
That was true. Nate wouldn't be sad all the time. Anyways,
Oh, what?
sorry, Nate.
Hasn't even gotten there yet.
That's
There's
part-
been no
never
wedding
mind.
ring yet.
Yep.
You're the one that established the rules about wedding rings.
I did. So,
Ding ding.
what are we doing? Are we resting for the evening? Are we going to go try to talk to a Lindarel?
Well,
I think going to try and talk is probably the better idea.
Or do you want
Yeah,
to wait
but in the
until the
morning.
morning to go talk when you can bring donuts?
If Talah is correct in what he's saying, it would be a good idea to bring peace offerings.
Yeah.
So I guess in the morning is the better deal.
I would think so. Like, we can just get up early and get there quick.
All right.
And then we can see if there's anybody who can check in on Cylinder every once in a while.
Yeah, and actually check in.
Yeah, especially given we're going away from the city again.
But one headache at a time. Has everyone had dinner yet?
I
Def-
had some noodles with a Lindaril, yes.
Define dinner.
Actual food.
Yes.
What did you eat?
Food.
Specify which kind of food.
Dairy.
You didn't eat, did you?
I did.
You had ice cream.
No, I had chocolate. Like a
It's
bar.
not dairy.
There's dairy in chocolate. There's milk there.
Okay.
That's
we
not
need
a
to find
meal.
dinner.
Everyone's like, only if you eat milk chocolate like a peasant. Eat it dark like it was supposed to be.
Nom,
How
nom,
about
nom.
you, Mr. Grissom?
Hmm. Oh, I made a small sandwich. I'm fine. Some bread, some cheese,
guess
some
we're
meat.
making dinner for everyone.
We have
Um,
fat.
almost everyone.
You can have a bite.
Do any of you have a laptop?
There's a top of my lap. I think Nate's gonna have problems with that though.
I mean, the computer that you can bring with you.
Computers. Yeah, I have books.
Why do you remotely care about that?
Because the library is probably closed at this point, and I'd like to find some information.
Okay, so you have a phone?
Yeah.
It is a computer that is in your pocket.
Yeah, if it had any power.
Yeah.
You have a device, the power of a laptop, in your pocket.
Yeah, but it's dead. Because
Then
its
charge
battery ran
it.
out like 2 hours ago.
You can
Then-
borrow mine.
Charge it. You can operate it
I
while it
lost
is
my
in
charger.
the charger. They're universal.
Hey,
Use one of ours.
Abraham, Abraham, you do actually have an extra charger in your room if you want to go get it for her.
What's that gonna charge her?
Obvious trap is obvious.
You can borrow my spare charger, Talah, if you're.
You have a
I think it
spare
actually-
charger?
I lost one and then I found it after I bought a replacement.
He's got one of those those ladybug flip phones. The
Yeah, he's got a jitterbug.
That'd
There's a
be
jitterbug.
great.
Jitterbug is what I was thinking. Yeah, in my world, they're ladybugs, so we don't get sued.
Does the
Ladybug.
company even exist anymore?
I don't care. I like my version, but I like the idea of him literally holding a phone painted like a ladybug. And every time he answers, he can't help himself. He goes, ladybug.
Jitterbug does still exist. Well,
And
He's got a
they make fun
smartphone.
products that I'm complimenting so they don't sue us.
So that's the reason why Abraham is always taking so long to pick up the phone. It's because he gets the phone out of his
He's gotta sing
pocket,
the song.
sees it, and then just has to
sing the
smile
song.
at it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, like even he has a jitterbug, and he's still like doing the whole thing, like where he's like getting like it's big buttons, big screen. He's like still like having to like hold it back, get the right focus length. He's like, who's calling?
On occasion, he will actually pick it up and just go, "Call me back," and then hang up.
Yeah, and then he's
Alright,
gonna
so-
sing the
so-
song, and then
So Nate's cooking. Gobs and Talah are bickering about charging phones versus laptops.
Mhm.
Abraham, what are you doing?
Wanting to know if the offer for the spare charger is something she's willing to take, or if she's just really enjoying
Yes.
bickering with the rest of them. Okay.
no.
He's like, "Okay, it's like, here, I'll go get it for you.
Thanks.
All right, you're welcome. If you lost yours and you need another one, you can keep that one.
Who knows? It might pop up at some point, but yeah.
All right. So Abraham, as you go to your room, when you open the door to walk in, you
Mhm.
find yourself in a familiar hallway with
God damn it!
checkerboarded tiles on the floor.
Oh no.
I don't have time for this.
Too bad, buddy boy.
Door down at the end of the hallway, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Big, heavy, expensive door.
It's the 1980s government building doors, like it was before.
1980s government building, so steel. Depending on the
Yeah, it's
government door.
it's the hallway outside of the door to the room where the guy in the cube sits.
Wow, they
Yeah.
That's
treat
the
cops
hall you're
better
in.
than Abraham.
So you've got the hallway to the door that goes into the kind of break room area he sits in.
Turn around and walk away.
There's no power here to exit an interdimensional space. He walks down to the door. He opens it just enough to unlatch it and then kicks it in.
When you do, um, the the man in the cube is just sitting there. He just kind of smirks. He goes, "Entrances seem to be your thing, I suppose."
Yes, well, if I had Shatter prepared, I would have done it a little more dramatically. I suppose you don't agree with what happened this evening. Now you're willing to make some grandiose statement or deal or threat. Just get it over with.
No, I just thought you might like to play a game. Have a seat.
A game
Since
of
rules
what?
have changed. Oh, the only game that matters. As a board and pieces appear before you. Check your DM.
Are you going to play chess against Abraham?
Jokes on him, Abraham doesn't know the rules of chess.
Go fish.
Go fish yourself.
Every time he looks away, Abraham eats another piece.
Oh,
What?
Abraham, I need you to share your screen. Or did we lose him? Who'd we lose?
I
We
think
lost.
Abraham disconnected for a moment. Now he's back.
Oh,
Oh,
I guess we're not allowed to look, right?
you can look.
he had to share his screen, so I'm watching.
Why is this not working?
Every time Inky do monologues, Abraham eats another piece while he's not paying attention.
So on stream views
There we go.
account, click on my name.
No, I got it. I got it. So the stream should be able to see it here in just a second.
I mean, there's quite the delay between what's happening and what's being streamed, so yeah, there it is.
It is up there for
Yeah.
good. Awesome. Yes. We've had quite the back and forth, and now that the rules have changed, let's have us a chat while we play. I was a little disappointed in Gobs, and I really like that young lady.
She's loyal. Something I don't know if you
Yes.
understand. Sounds right.
Yep, sorry, I'm thinking. Jeez. Yes, well, I think it's time for the game to change a little bit. You see, it's not necessarily that I'm worried about something happening to the cube. It's more so that I'm worried about you holding on to it.
You don't like what I intend to do with it, do you?
I don't trust what you'll do with it. Check. You see, just like that. Pawns removed from the board. More powerful pieces moved to where I need them. ultimately, it'll be interesting to see how things develop as the pieces move across my board.
I think that you have an entirely new will to yourself, that you wish to enact your own plans, and you don't like the fact that I'm trying to save this world and resurrect Gilgamesh. I honestly believe that you wish to be in control of everything and shape the world to your image. That's why you don't like me having it. You want it to be given over to somebody else.
Tell me, have you figured out the spell in the book yet?
Piecing it together. A binding spell. Powerful beyond my capabilities at this point in time.
How much history do you know? What's the furthest back that people know today?
Not much. There are pieces that I've gathered that show a world that has existed well before our current knowledge.
Quite right. You see, in eons past, this world was very, very powerful in magic. All the races all across it came together in their glory. They built cities that stretched to the stars. No one went hungry. It was paradise of its own sort. And then their arrogance came. In a great celebration of their power, they gathered together and shone a beacon out into the cosmos to let the universe know, here we are. Look at how wonderful and powerful we are. Come to us. And she did. The great beast, hiding in some unknown cosmos prison, she came. And she fed. Eventually, they became so desperate, they built the spell that you've got. Do you know what it seals?
No, not at this time.
Magic. All magic. They believed that they could starve the beast. So in their arrogance, they destroyed the very thing protecting them from it. Do you know what happened?
It didn't work.
Oh, but it did. Magic locked away and gradually began to fade from the world, starving Gugliana to the point that she went into a slumber. But with every great attack, there is a sacrifice. It's your turn, by the way. And with that sacrifice, all living things began to lose touch with magic. And the issue with that is that many of the creatures that died or that many of the creatures that exist in the world were innately tied to magic. The elves faded. The dragons were the first to go. Then the elves faded, became one with their forests. Then the dwarves became one with their stones. Eventually, all that was left was humanity. And the interesting point with that is above all creatures, despite being the least magically inclined, humanity is adaptable. They spent the next 100,000 years rebuilding their world that had crumbled. But this time, instead of magic, it was built on technology, science, the raw physics of the world. It was really quite a wonderful place. I think you would have liked it, actually, Abraham, a man like you. Where knowledge and self-intuition and discovery was all that really mattered. What do you think?
That I don't like this game, and I resent being forced to play it for your amusement and this banter.
Oh, come on now. It's better than just sitting here and staring at each other.
You could have not invited me at all and saved me the trouble of having to listen to this.
I didn't think it would be fair to end our relationship. Without having one last conversation. I mean, you're learning so many things.
I don't need you to learn them.
Really? Who else knows about the fall of humanity and the resurrection of Gugliana? Hmm?
And that serves what point? Speaking in riddles, never getting to anything, teasing knowledge, as if you're trying to prove something.
I'm not trying to prove something, I'm just trying to share.
Then share. And maybe save on the gloating.
I don't believe I've gloated at all yet.
Oh, but who could know about these things? Oh!
Oh, I was simply just correcting your statement.
Hmm.
You see, as humanity grew, and their knowledge of science grew, eventually they started using the resources of the world. And, as is everything, people had what others wanted, so they took it.
That's just basics of resources. And human desire, need, greed, and war.
Yes, but this one got interesting as a new resource was found. Residuum. Have you heard of it?
I visit a tower made of it daily.
Interesting. The issue is that they didn't really understand what it was. And then, as they continued to burn it, magic started returning to the world. And do you know what the problem with that was? The issue
What?
with that is that as magic returned, so did the magical peoples of the world. You imagine how the dwarves responded when they started coming to and finding that most of humanity's buildings were constructed out of the bodies of their kin? Or the elves, whenever they found that so many of the wonderful buildings, their joists, their roofs, chairs made out of their people. It's quite gruesome for a while.
There's some people out there that construct entire huts out of the bones of animals. And some people out there believe animals are sentient beings to be respected. Who's to say who was right and who was wrong? You use the resources in front of you to survive and to build.
Yes, and it took them a while to figure out what was going on, and then a very strange group, some religious fundamental group, managed to get a hold of the main mine that Residuum was being dug up at. And do you know what they did in all their brilliance?
I'm sure you'll tell me. Or do I need to prompt you for the answer?
No, I was just giving you the opportunity to speak. Come on now, there's no reason to be rude. We are friends after all, aren't we?
Rude, you kidnapped me when I was going to retrieve a phone charger for my friend. Who kidnaps people? And if at any point you wanted to tell this before, you chose to withhold that information. But now suddenly you're so talkative. It's rather insulting to think that we are puppets to dance at your whim to give things for what you wish to have.
I don't understand why you're always so combative. Here I am trying to teach you the history of your world while playing a friendly game. There's no real reason for it. Anyways, what they decided to do was detonate a fission weapon in the mine. Now tell me, do you know what the primary quality of Residuum is?
Magic.
No. No. It is an amplifier of energy. So what do you think happened when they detonated a fission weapon inside of a mine filled with 300 metric tons of Residuum?
A big explosion.
Quite so. Quite so. It's a tremendous explosion. In fact, it caused a chain reaction that detonated all the residuum on the planet all at once. Once again, cities crumbled, the continents shifted. It took years for things to return to normal. And I use that loosely as that mass release of energy did one thing everyone to this day regrets. It woke up Gugliana. It was a terrible time. She began devouring everything. And that's when everybody started to get together again and begin to speak again. And when me and my brother were made. What do you think? What would you have done differently, Abraham?
I don't know, because there's so many variables in that entire situation. Second, I just spilled my coffee.
Sure. This intermission brought to you by Jitterbug. Purchase yours now at jitterbug.com.
Brought to you by Michelangelo trying to get in my fucking lap.
Yeah,
What
that's
is
such a monkey thing to
Jitterbug?
do. It's a
big
cell phone for
cell phone.
old people.
Big buttons, big screen, easy to use, not too complicated.
Jitterbug.
Ah, we have something like that here in Denmark.
You don't have things in Denmark. Don't lie to me.
They do, actually. I now know for sure that they do.
That's right. Nari's in Denmark now.
Yeah, Nari has been living in Denmark for a few months now.
Ours is called
Yeah.
Doro.
The Danes
Yeah, we
finally
couldn't-
got me.
We couldn't quite afford Dora.
So they got me instead.
We got Dora off of Wish. Doro.
Dora off of which. Hello!
While we're in intermission, it could be
Mhm.
fun to try and buy an RPG rulebook off of Wish just to see how bad it is.
Oh, please do. And then just
I'll let you
stream
do
it.
that one.
Just stream and unbox.
If I do, I will let you know results.
No,
Nothing
you're gonna stream the
I-
results. Unboxing video. Let's go.
I'm almost sure it's gonna be better than Swilland.
Swilland was a good idea, horribly executed.
Yeah.
Man, the
What?
number of things that can go in that category.
A lot of things, I think.
Moby is in on the plan. Get to it,
Moby's
Doc.
down with it.
Yep. Get to it, guys.
All right, if I do that, Moby, that one shot I talked about maybe running for you. You're being pulled in on that.
Oh, looks like Abraham's back.
Abraham is winning.
No, he's not.
He will.
Probably will. I'm not good at chess.
Nope.
So neither of you are good at chess, yet you chose to do okay.
I think it's because it would be less impactful if they were playing Uno right now.
Honestly, that would have been funny too.
And just like before, another powerful piece was taken off. The board.
Yes.
You know what I don't know
Congratulations.
and don't understand, Abraham?
What's that?
I don't know why they didn't let me help my brother kill that beast. Have you found
Probably-
anything out about that?
Nope.
I was hoping we could share information.
Yeah, nope. Never learned a thing about you, other than apparently we're supposed to resurrect you or something like that. I don't know. You should be happy that we're trying to do so, seeing how you've been trapped in here for so many years that you keep kidnapping people.
Check. Kidnapping people? Well, how else are we supposed to talk? It's not like I can walk around your room now, can I?
Nope, sure can't.
How do you think this will all end?
Oh,
What
I'm
do you
going to
think
lose.
the next step is?
I lose.
Oh, I'm not talking about the game. I'm
Wasn't it
talking-
all
well,
a game to you?
to an extent.
Yeah. I think the next move should be telling me what you actually want.
I want to be free.
Cool. We're planning on setting you free.
Are you?
As far as I know, that's the intent. Once we build the body and use your cube to be able to reinsert you into the real world, won't you be free?
See, that's where I don't believe you. I don't believe that you will actually let me free. I think you're going to give the body you're building for me to my brother. I think you're going to try to find a way to bring him back first.
I have no idea how. If there's a memory cube of him somewhere, we don't know where it is. So unless Serendipity herself comes down and saves us and shows us the way to resurrect him over you, that's not going to happen.
Well, this has been entertaining. But I believe that's the end of our game.
Yes, you won. Congratulations.
Oh, yes. I've won. Just remember, you always had the opportunity to be my friend.
And you always had the opportunity to be more forthcoming so you could be trusted.
I'll see you soon, Abraham.
Hopefully never again.
I already miss Gobs. And you step through your doorway into your room. As you step into your room, I would like a perception check. There's something not right about the room. Can't really put your finger on it. As you step a little bit further in, you notice some type of ash on your bedspread.
What was there before the ash was there?
Nothing. You made your bed before you left. You're as much as we give you grief, you're actually fairly tidy with your room. So there's just some weird smudged ash there. If you'd like to take a look at it, you can.
That was the intent.
Give me an Arcana check. You recognize this ash. It's the ash that's left over when somebody uses a spell scroll. It's at that moment that you kind of lick your lips a little bit and you realize there's a taste of and a smell of almost ozone-like, but it's, you can tell it's like the expenditure of Arcana. And when you go, huh, you feel the vibration in your throat and you realize you didn't hear yourself say, huh?
I go looking for the friends out in the front room.
As you begin to turn on the wall next to the door, as you came in, you notice a 6-foot dark circle on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
You begin to see runes lighting up inside the circle. And your brain very quickly puts together 2 and 2 that it's a portable hole. The runes, as they're cycling around a large cylindrical tube, you realize, oh, those are the kind of runes you would use on like some kind of arcane cannon. And as the runes light up, you see the smiling face of a tabaxi. Tabaxi, you
I'm gonna
know,
shoot a
but
fireball down the cannon.
you don't have that kind of time because as the runes are activating, the cannon is firing.
Oh, fuck.
The room is illuminated by the fireball that comes out of it. You do have enough time to slightly sidestep, so instead of taking
Is it magic?
the arcane cannon, is the cannon magic?
Can I counterspell?
No. It'd be like trying to counterspell a wand. I don't think you can counterspell a wand.
You can.
I mean, it's literally the arcane activates to launch the projectile out.
How much damage?
So, there's kind of no point in rolling it because this is like an artillery cannon that you're getting hit with at point blank. You do move enough that the round goes through your side instead of cutting you clean in half. But the immense force that hits you and throws you backwards into your bed, combined with the immense amount of damage you take, you're instantly put into shock as you begin to bleed out.
Do we hear this?
No, there's a silence
because
spell.
he's silent spell in effect.
Yep,
Oh, right.
but-
So, hold on.
Hey,
What?
do I feel a portal?
I would
That is
say
very
no
close
because
to me.
a portable hole doesn't really count as a portal. That'd be like you saying you could sense anytime anybody opens a bag of holding within a mile of you,
That would be.
which I don't think you can do.
Uh-huh.
But what I will say is that you guys do feel what feels kind of like an earthquake, like you can hear the fixtures rattle, and the power actually goes out while you're cooking, Nate, and that's frustrating. And something that's interesting that I believe you would notice, Talah, is that Solanier looks up, looks towards Abraham's door, and darts and begins darting. Abraham, as you're
Abraham's
laying,
door open?
what's that?
Isn't Abraham's door still open?
It is. So, Abraham, as you're laying there in shock with a gaping hole in you, Scant steps out of the portable hole, reaches down and opens your bag of holding, and takes the cube. He throws it into the portable hole and begins to fold it up to put it in his pocket.
Hang on
Mhm.
a second. Hang on a second.
Yeah.
I gotta find it one real quick. 1 second. Am I
You have that
effectively at
cape
0 hit
thing.
points?
You effectively, so you took enough damage that technically you should have jumped straight to dead.
Mark of the Raven Queen from my cloak. When I'm reduced to 0 hit points while wearing this cloak, it means dead drop to 1 hit point, can only use once per day per long rest. Fuck Scant, he's getting a fireball.
Go for it.
Silamir
No,
is
he's-
darting for his room, isn't he? For Abraham's room.
Abraham's room. Yep.
Can I dart after him at least?
Yeah, I'll say you were like holding a casserole when he took off, so it's going to take you a couple. You'll be a little bit behind him.
Sure. That's fine. But just as soon as I have that casserole on the table, I'm going after him. Because that's odd.
Okay.
So,
So what's his save?
17.
Okay, he failed. Roll your damage.
One second. Trying to. Where's
No, wait. Does it have verbal components?
Oh yeah, you're right. Silence.
So let's do this because I think it would be cinematic, right? So you wad up the guano and you attempt to cast it, and it just bounces off of it, and he just smiles, knowing what you tried to do and that it didn't work. And then he'll fold up the portable hole, and he's going to begin to. And again, it's hard for you to see it. Like as you look over your shoulder, now there's a giant hole in the side of this apartment building because that round was charged with a 8th level lightning bolt and an 8th level fireball. So when it went through you, it then hit the wall behind you and blew out the side of the building. That's why the power's out. That's why all of that happened. But he begins to walk past you towards that hole. Abraham, as you're sitting there, 1 hit point, bleeding out, still the giant hole in your side, you see Solanir dive into the room with short swords drawn that you didn't even know he had, as he leaps over the bed and begins to attack Scant.
Yes!
He stabs Scant, draws blood in 2 different places. Talah, as you get to the door, you now see and take in this room of Abraham laying there at your feet, legs kicked out, blood gushing from his side. Like you can see his spine and his rib cage because a cannonball basically went through his side. You see Scant standing there with this long, thin poniard in his hand. You see the hole in the building. You see Solanir with more emotion than you've ever seen him as he's fighting Scant. And you see him kind of roll back from Scant and go to like he pushes off of 1 foot to jump up with those short swords that you have no idea where he got those from. As he's going to attack Scant, and you just see Scant drive the poniard through Solanir's chest and pin him to the wall behind him. And then he sees you, he smirks, and he jumps backwards out of the hole and off the building. And at that point, a rumbling comes into your ears. Except for Abraham, your eardrums are absolutely blown out. As the silent spell ends, you start to hear sirens in the distance. You can hear people screaming. You can see the building across the way also got hit, and it's on fire. Yeah. And there lies, or not really lies, is Solanir pinned to the wall with the poniard through his heart in his chest. And Abraham on the ground. Talah, what would you like to do? So you've got Abraham on the floor at your feet, and you've got Solanir pinned to the wall on the other side of the bed.
Jesus Christ, don't scream! Talah's gonna go for Cylinder.
As you get to him, and you're kind of half panicked, half crying, you feel the touch of his hand on your face. And he just goes, home? And then he dies. As he dies, his form shifts a little bit. As you now see the Night Walker changeling form that he's always had, a magically immune race. Very good at covert action, very good at infiltration. How he became possessed and controlled by the hags and eventually into your service, you don't know. But whatever poor torture and everything he went through, the first smile Solanier remembers ever having is the one you saw on his face as he slipped the mortar coil and passed on to wherever his soul goes.
He is going to let out a very agonizing scream.
Gobs and Nate, you obviously hear this coming from Abraham's room.
Hurry in there.
Immediately running.
Yep, you stumble in to see all of that.
Since Talah is by Solanier,
Mhm.
Nate will hurry on over to Abraham and cast a 3rd level Cure Wounds on him.
Okay, do so. Abraham, you get the 24 points of healing back.
Gobs will be right by by Nate's side as he goes there.
I am going to take Cylinder basically off the wall.
You need a strength check to get the poniard out because it pierced
That is,
into the wall stud.
I am
So
gonna
he's
try.
he's kind of stapled to it. So
I
yeah.
am gonna try.
Abraham is
That's
going to
not
start
gonna do
casting
it.
teleportation circle.
Okay. That is not nearly enough strength to get that out.
Yeah, no.
So, Gobs, you see Talah struggling to try to pull the poniard that's pinning the what you can tell is obviously dead Solanier to the wall.
Yeah, she's not stopping. She's, even if it's not working, she's desperately trying.
Is there any sign of scant?
No, you could say there's scant sight of him. Sorry, that was terrible.
Terrible. It's fucking awful.
I think this is more an involuntary thing than something she'll actively do.
Mm-hmm.
She wants Exodorius to reach out and help Talah get him down.
So as you're pulling Talah, you feel that cold grasp that you felt before of Exodorius as the arm unfolds a dozen tendrils to wrap around your arms to reinforce your strength to help you remove the sword. So you do so, and the lifeless body of Solanier falls into your arms.
I am immediately rummaging through my bag because I still have several diamonds, and I'm going to cast Revivify on him.
Abraham, while you're casting, or give me an Arcana check. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. As you're casting teleport, would you look over and see this strange, different version of Solanir's body? And if you did, would Abraham think of what that is, or is it just weird thing in my room? Don't care. Casting spell.
Pissed off at everything, angry, focused. I don't care what's around right now. He's doing something.
How long does it take for
1 minute.
1 minute? Talah, you're able to cast Revivify. It has no effect.
But it takes the diamond, I'm assuming.
Yep, the spell failed.
But it still consumes the diamond, yes?
Yeah.
Just confirmed that.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
You're getting more healing, Abraham? Do you say anything to anybody as you're casting the spell?
Nope.
Are you going by are you intending to go by yourself, or are you intending to take everybody with you?
He can't say anything while casting a spell. It's got verbal components.
Okay. You guys see Abraham casting the spell that you recently saw him cast.
Yes.
He's drawing a circle. Yes.
I'm guessing we would know that it is a teleportation
You
spell.
Probably figure that out. Is there anything anybody wants to do in this room before Abraham's teleportation spell goes off? And is anybody
Talah
not
is-
going to take the spell?
Talah is too busy with Silanir, so she would not go away from his body.
Gobx is going to
She
stick
is-
with Abraham.
Okay, so you're going to go with Abraham. Nate,
Nate is
would you do
tall.
anything to get? Yeah, would you do anything to maybe get Talah to come over, like bring Solanir's body with you to go with Abraham? Because Talah's
Honestly,
probably
she's-
not going to notice it in her state.
You know.
It would really be up to Nate to help her make that.
Yeah,
like you could
Nate
reach out and
is-
grab her.
Like he's hesitating and then tries to grab both of them and pull them over to Abraham.
Yeah, Talah, I assume you don't resist. You're just kind of not there.
Yeah, it's very much just repeating over and over. Why didn't it work? That should have worked.
Okay. Abraham, you complete the spell. Where are you teleporting to?
To the tower. And immediately sprinting to get to Dryden. Because if there's going to be a resurrection of Enkidu, it needs to have the body. Obviously, Scant is going to try to recover it. We'll recover Dryden as well.
So you guys immediately pop into the tower. Abraham dashes off. Is anybody going with Abraham?
Yes, immediately.
Okay. Nate,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Nate, and so Gobs and Abraham are taking off.
Talah, I don't know what happened or what Abraham is doing, but we need to.
I can't
If you
leave
want
him.
to stay here, fine. And he runs off.
Okay, Nate's going with them. All right. So Talah, you're left in the teleportation circle room, holding Solanir.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So we'll leave you there. The other three of you, it's not hard to get to Dryden's workshop. You guys run straight in, and you can see a couple things. So inside of his workshop, you can see the skeletal form of the adamantine bones all laid out. You can see some of the spider thin work he's been doing with the Hizikur and some of the other metals as he's forming the nervous system. You can see the Batorian green steel that he's been molding into the circulatory system. All of these different pieces he's been working on. And you can see in this, he's got this gigantic forge that he is currently standing in front of, peeking through, wearing like a welder's mask and everything, and you can just feel intense heat pouring off of the forge itself as he's working on something in the forge. So that's what the three of you come through his door, make a loud bang. He doesn't hear you because he's literally on top of a giant furnace. And the noise, those are tremendously loud. So he doesn't hear you guys come in. What would you like to do?
Cast the invisibility.
Okay. You're able to do so. Everything is as it appears to be in here.
Dryden. Dryden.
What?
A murderous asshole almost killed me and stole the cube. You are in danger.
Well, that's a problem. Well, I can't leave now. I've got the true gold in there.
Get the Centurion.
Isn't there an alarm for them somewhere?
You're telling me to go get him? Are you going to watch this?
I'm telling those next to me.
Yeah, and
Oh.
Gobs like said that out loud. Isn't there an alarm for them somewhere as she's looking around for any form of alarm button?
Fine, I'll
No.
take care of it. He casts sending
Okay.
to the Centurion.
Okay.
Dryden's in danger. Here now, please.
You're not the usual voice of God I hear in my head. Who are you?
It's Abraham. He knows who it is. Sending tells him. God.
Yeah, but it's also remember who it is, who's in that body. He's an idiot.
Yeah.
What? Dryden's in. All right. Oh well.
He can
And
only respond so much.
Yeah. Then you hear alarms start going off. You can hear the plates of shielding starting to shift around the building. Probably about 3 minutes later, you can see 5 Centurions starting to walk down the hall and taking up position. Talah, you would start to hear the alarms, the marching of metal feet.
I'd say
and
she
Dryden's-
hears
Dryden's
nothing of that, really.
Yeah, I mean, because they're going to secure the portal. Actually, Dryden's hallway and thing is big enough that probably one of the big guys would be out there. Give me a second. I don't remember their names. It's been so long. Yeah, there's a Marut standing outside the door now, and several of the smaller normal Centurions just outside, and a couple inside. A few minutes after they show up, the Grand Centurion comes in. Like, all right, so what?
Joe, are you aware of our plot in order to bring back Gilgamesh, or at least a guardian of some kind, to protect us against the terror outside the dome? You must be aware of something that goes on in this tower, don't you?
I sit at the front door and take deliveries.
Okay, we're trying to resurrect Gilgamesh, or a facsimile thereof.
Oh, that would be nice, because I'm tired of being in charge. I don't know what I'm doing.
And so, we had a special cube of magic that contained everything needed to make this happen, along with this body that houses the power of that cube. Well, I've almost been murdered. The cube has been stolen. And so, if you're going to resurrect this being, you need both the body and the cube. So, 1 + 1 = fuck us. We need to protect Dryden and this body.
Right. Well, I've locked down the tower. So there you go. Protection accomplished.
Even against magical intrusions?
Yeah, the only way you could get in now, because it's all sealed properly, would be through the teleportation circle.
Have that under guard
Which-
as well.
Okay. I do. I've got 15 people up there. There's a girl crying on it right now, and I don't know how to handle that.
Hmm.
And she's got a dead changeling with her. She's an orc, though. Is she gonna eat him? I don't understand, because she keeps bringing food, and I don't know if that's how that works. I don't know how that works.
That is not how that works.
Okay.
Let's just say it's a dead friend of hers that was murdered by the man who tried to kill me.
Oh, well, that's, win some, you lose some, I guess. All right, so what else do I need to do?
Be aware, be alert until we tell you so, or we bring back this facsimile of Gilgamesh under the best of conditions. That Dryden is to be protected, the tower is to be protected, and to look out for tabaxis with evil eyes.
I mean, all cats have evil eyes. I don't like cats. All right,
There you go. You-
So nobody in or out of the tower except for you guys. Hey, Dryden? Say, what? Is that an official order? Aye. All right, official order it is. All right, well, I'm gonna go set some guys up around the front door. I'll get some of the Zellicuts around. They'll help. They have them fly around menacingly, right? That's pretty cool, right? Yeah, so I'll go do that.
Good idea.
Good talk. And he turns around and he leaves. Yeah, so there's a Marut directly outside the door. There's several collie roots standing around. And then outside is where the Zellicuts would be.
Cast sending again.
Okay.
Magellan.
Okay.
The cube to resurrect Gilgamesh or his copy has been stolen from us. We've locked down the tower. Looking for tabaxi. Scant.
I will put everyone on it. I will be there as soon as I can.
I'll meet you at the front door. The tower is locked.
I
Well, I
have
can't say
the
that.
key.
Return.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't actually
Yeah.
return that. I can't respond anyway, so no matter.
Yeah.
That's it
Okay.
for those.
What would
spells.
everybody else like to be doing?
Gobs is going to stay near Abraham, but she has her head on a swivel right now. Any little sound makes her jump right now.
Understandable.
And I think the arm is currently just in a sort of unshapen form. It is aggressive, but it hasn't settled on any specific form.
Yeah, it's shifting. Like when Gobs moves her head, it moves the other way to look. Things along that line.
Yeah, it's basically reacting more on instinct than anything else right now.
Nate is in full fortification mode and trying to search every nook and cranny for most advantageous positions if we need to defend this place.
I
I mean-
am going to pick up Cylinir, basically princess carrying, if possible.
Mhm. Mm-hmm.
And slowly going to very top floor to Elindero. Just almost catatonic state. Not saying
Once
anything.
once you get off the elevator at the top floor, Lily is there. Like, Mommy, why is everything locked up? The windows are closed. I can't see. Oh no. Oh no. What happened? And Lily's running over to you.
I am still not really saying anything. I'm just going to move forward towards Elindero.
Mommy, tell me what happened. And Elindero actually comes downstairs as you're walking that way. How can I do my job when there's so much noise going on around? Oh dear. Lily, go get some water for your mother and a damp washcloth. She'll need it. Sit down, my dear.
She'll do so, not letting go of Elindero. Cylinder,
Poor
sorry.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, cylinder.
Yeah.
The
Words.
poor thing. Not much can be done now, sadly. What happened?
A tabaxi that's been following us, I imagine, attacked us in our apartment. And I believe he took something from Abraham, though I didn't see what it was. Villanir tried to fight him. But then she's just gonna break down.
Well, I suppose we can get him cleaned up and prepared for burial.
This was not how his story was supposed to end.
Sometimes our final chapters are not at the end of the book, but in the middle. Can't be helped. Can be avenged, but can't be helped. Here, let me take him. And let Lily clean your face. You should really never cry in public, dear.
She is
You don't
not
have the
letting go.
coloring for it.
She's not
Holding on
letting
to-
him go.
Dear, you're not doing any good to anybody by clinging to the dead.
I was supposed to help him.
Where was he before he was with you?
In the service of 3 hacks.
Do you think his life was made better by being with you?
I think he never got to truly know that.
Well, what do you believe?
That I failed.
And what?
Giving him himself back.
These abyssal changelings never really have much of themselves. There aren't many of them, and from birth they're mind-wiped, brainwashed, and designed to be fire and forget weapons. It's all he knew. My understanding is, at least with you, you got at least a short time of not being looked at as just a weapon. Am I wrong in that?
Milla shakes her head.
Huh. He didn't have much of a himself to have brought back, but you gave him a little bit. And I, for one, believes he's, wherever his soul went to, is thankful for that. I believe he would have exchanged an eternity with those hags for the short time he had with you and your family. What do you think?
I don't know right now.
Well, sitting here holding him is not doing any good. Let me take him, let me clean him up, put him in respectful clothing. Go give Lily a hug, let her clean you up. Drink a little bit, so you'll be worthless to the others. I assume that all of you is why the building's in lockdown?
Like I said, something was taken from Abraham. I think it's quite important.
Understandable. Well, here. I promise I'll take care of him. Let me see him.
She's going to give him like one last hug with his leaning into his ear, even though she knows that he can't hear him. The path to your next life, I hope, is set with flowers.
When you say that, the body on its own shifts back into the halfling form that you're used to seeing. Still with that first genuine smile across his face. As Alindril takes him from you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Lily's right there. She gives you a big hug and has a warm rag as she's slowly wiping your face off as she hugs onto you.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay, Mommy. It'll be okay. You know, this explains why I never could find him when we played hide and seek. He's immune to magic. I should have known. So the building goes into full lockdown. Alindaril takes Solanir and cleans him, wipes all the blood off of his wounds, and changes him into a fine robe, silk robe, and lays him out on a well-cushioned divan that's in the room, and then puts a cloth over him out of respect. Oh, that will keep him until we have time to actually have a service for him. A phone on the wall rings in Dryden's room.
Dryden's busy. Able to answer.
Hey, is this Abraham?
Yes.
Yeah, so building's in full lockdown, everything's in place. I've recalled all of the Centurions. They've set up a perimeter, about 84 deep. It's crazy, and anybody who tries to come in through that would be insane. All of the Kola roots except for one. I'm sorry, the Ma roots except for one, who's always stationed at S&J, have come back, and they've taken up intersectional, and then you've got the one up there with Dryden. About half the Zellicuts are back. They're patrolling in the air, taking up positions. Yeah, if there's something that can get in here at this point, it either A, has permission, or B, is so powerful there's nothing I could do to stop it anyways.
Yes, it may be working for Carrie, so possibly all of the above. But we do what we can. We need to look out for this evil tabaxi named Scant.
Gotcha. Tabaxi and some chick named Carrie. Got it.
Guy, dressed in fine clothes. He's a compatriot.
That's weird.
A piece. Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
What's happening?
There's a really angry green monk outside the door. I know him.
He
doesn't like
He's
me.
allowed in.
Yeah, he's always allowed in. Just if I die, I've got a hamster named Steven, right? He's in the drawer behind me. I'm not supposed to have pets. But could you just tell Steven I love him, okay? Hi, bestest buddy, Magelin. You hear as he hangs up the phone.
Okay. I'm waiting essentially for Magelin to show up.
Yeah, it's probably about 4 or 5 minutes later. The doors open and Magelin walks in. Hate that guy.
Not as much as I hate tabaxi named Scant.
Imagine so. I have my children out hunting him.
Yes. We need to take a more proactive approach. Being on the defensive and letting things happen is not working out for us. I think we need to bring the fight to them.
To who?
Well, there are forces at play that want to convert this, and he points to the half-constructed body, into a weapon of their own intent, to reshape the world into something else. Something different than what Gilgamesh ever intended. Something where the sanctity of life I don't think would be nearly as valued. And Scant stole the cube that would be allowed us to have a chance to a new beginning.
Gilgamesh was in this cube.
No, I don't know where Gilgamesh is. We thought it was Gilgamesh at first, but it actually ended up being his twin. A being of different intent and design, and he's being, his memories, his personality, his soul, if you might use that word, was held in this cube. Supposedly Gilgamesh had a similar cube that contained himself. So we were trying to use that cube in order to bring back something, whether it's this facsimile, this brother of his, or maybe repurpose the cube to bring back a facsimile of Gilgamesh. But it turns out that the being inside the cube has been in contact with others out there, and he has designs of his own. It's all very confusing. He seems not to trust us, and therefore he has taken action to literally try to murder me to get the cube, to get himself free, and he used one of the most evil mortal beings that I've ever come across. Which tells me all I need to
Strange.
know about him. A means to an end is his programming, not life, not protection.
Perhaps that's why Gilgamesh did not return him to the world of the living in all this time. He never mentioned a brother.
I would not know. I've never met him. But I do know of him and his protection and his desire to preserve.
It makes me wonder if we haven't really lost our pathway to Gilgamesh, but have lost control of a potential enemy.
What do you mean, a pathway to Gilgamesh?
It seems to me that the cube was not needed. That one. What good would it have done?
Maybe we could have repurposed it. There is tale that we could have been reprogrammed with new intent.
Perhaps. I wish Sean was here. He knows all of this better than I. I lead. I fight. But this intelligence gathering is not my strong point.
But you have connections, do you not? Can you not locate Sean? Can you not use your family's influence?
I can try. He's not what you would call a team player at times. He's hard to pin down. Usually I don't know he's there until I smell cheap cologne and bad cigarettes. Shows up randomly, gives information, usually eats my food, and then disappears again. He's been searching for one of the missing dragons for a while.
I see. Has Abraham met Sean? I'm trying to recall.
I don't think you've talked to him, but you've at least seen him. You saw him yesterday.
Didn't we also encounter him earlier in the campaign?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he stepped out of the unicorn pocket dimension yesterday.
I'm going to recover some of my energy, and I will send a message to him, or at least attempt to. I'll need a moment. I'll need about an hour to myself. And then I'll send for him. All it needs to be is a creature with which you are familiar.
Now, so here's the question. Because you did actually talk to him. Because he came, whenever you guys stopped that cult in Burcoin. You guys actually talked.
I thought we did, but I couldn't confirm.
Because I was sitting there thinking, no, because you just saw him yesterday, but you don't know that was him, per se.
Mm-hmm.
But you would, because you talked to him back then.
And so, yeah, I'm going to do Arcane Recovery.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so Why did my brain just absolutely stop working? Jeez. Magellan. I could not think of his name to absolutely save my life there for a moment. So Magellan looks over the bodies. He notices Nate up in his sniper nest. He walks over and he starts talking to you, Gobs. You seem to have been put through it.
Don't want to talk about it. Appreciate the sentiment. Don't want to talk about it.
Yes, yes. Burying pain deep inside. It's very good for the soul. I mean, look at me. Hiding my feelings worked out fantastically for me.
What do you want me to say? That I am angry beyond murderous rage, and I am barely containing it.
It's a good start. Being honest with oneself. It's a good thing. It's a starting point. I was very angry for a long time as well. The question is, what are you going to do?
I don't know right now.
Are you wanting vengeance or justice? That's
Both.
the question.
I find they are the same.
They are not. They are absolutely not. That's something you need to keep in mind. If you seek vengeance, you'll become what you hate. If you seek justice, then you can become more. So what is it, Milla Varn? Will you stand above? Or will you fall and just become another killer in the streets?
I will first of all thank you to never use that name again. And secondly, I don't believe I ever shared that name with you.
He winks at you.
She immediately attacks.
There we go. And you and Magellan spar.
No, this is lethal intent. She thinks this is scant in disguise.
Oh, you can try to be lethal. For Magellan, it's sparring. So I know how strong you are. Magellan's level 20. It's sparring for him.
In 5th edition, that still allows hits to get in.
With some of the items that he has at this point, because I've got his character sheet somewhere. I don't have tokens and a map set up for us to go into combat. You might get a blow or two in, but you don't really get to touch Magellan. That doesn't happen. So I'll say it goes a while, though. It goes a good 30, 45 minutes of you guys just going at it in the back. Nate, you're just watching all of this. I imagine you've got your bow drawn, ready that if Magellan ever does, like, actually try to hurt Gobs, that an arrow is going to be flying. And then as you're exhausted, he's bleeding a little bit because you did get some cuts in here and there. He goes, good. Feel better.
She is not going to stop unless she is stopped.
After 45 minutes, you would be, like, exhausted.
She's going to ride past that.
He's trying, at this point, he's like, no, that's enough. That's enough. And when you keep going, he goes, Please. Please.
It
He
is
looks over
at the
at
point
you-
where
at
it's
you.
self-destructive.
Yeah, he looks over at Nate and can you make her stop? I don't want to hurt her. Stop. Stop. And he's like backpedaling because you literally could not catch him if he didn't want you to. He's backpedaling fast enough where you can't catch him. You there in the corner. Help. Help. I do make her stop.
Nate isn't saying a word. He's just following with the bow.
Yeah, and then he'll stop plant and he will stunning strike you to knock you out.
That's fine. She has to be stopped. She's not going to stop voluntarily.
Well, that. My wife is going to be so mad at me. You there? Nathaniel, I believe it is. If I wake her up, is she going to try to fight me again?
Yes. Let her be.
He walks over to you and hands you a potion. And when you feel it's right, can you use that and tell her I'm sorry? I just thought it would help. Thought it would help. It didn't help. This is
In the long
why I
run,
don't do
it
this.
might help, but right now, probably not.
Always helped me. Not very good at this. And then he goes to leave. As he's walking out, Abraham, you would finish Arcane Recovery to see Magelin leaving, or at least leaving the room. Gobs is laying on the floor, knocked out cold, and Nate is sitting in a corner, glowering death at people. Talah, at any time you wanted to come downstairs, you can. I do see your note about the story you're reading. But yes, you finished your Arcane Recovery. Abraham.
What the hell happened?
I presume Gobs is still knocked out, so...
Yeah, Gobs is out, so that's up to Nate to answer.
Magelin thought it would be good for Gobs to get out some anger. He underestimated how much there is.
I'm also going to spend every spell slot and all 4 charges of Fury of the Small.
He left a potion for her. Have you seen Talah?
He's literally been standing there focusing for an hour. You know he hasn't seen Talah. He hasn't left.
Let me take care of this spell, then I'll go look for her. And he quickly casts Sending to Sean.
Okay.
The cube has been stolen by Scant to Baxi. The tower's on lockdown. We need help.
I need you to roll a percentile die. Give me high or low.
Hi. Well, I always win.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's literally a 1% chance. So as long as you didn't roll 1, you were good. I'm not really in town right now. I don't know who Scant is. Don't know what the cube is. I think I found Occultatum.
Okay. I guess that's the
Give
end of that
me
sending spell.
a history check. Occultatum was the name of the ancient dragon who worked directly under Gilgamesh and was the chief of his intelligence gathering. Occultatum hasn't been seen since Gilgamesh disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
So all of that is interesting.
Sean doesn't know anything about Scant, but he thinks he found an ancient dragon. I don't have more spell slots for this.
The Prime Centurion comes in because, hey, just so you guys know, I figured you would need it. 7th floor, rooms for everybody. I just had it cleaned. It was really dusty because we haven't had visitors in like 50 years. But it was, I had it all cleaned, and there's fresh clothes, and there's a couple Centurions up there to help. If you need anything, you just ask them and they'll do it for you. But there's really nice bathrooms, and I'm told that the robes are very comfortable, but I don't have skin anymore, so I can't feel robes. It's really, really depressing. But yeah, so whenever you're ready, if you need to rest, I've scanned all you guys in. You have access to all the floors, at least all the upper floors. You don't have access to all the subfloors. Nobody gets, you can't go down there. Yeah.
How would I go about getting a hold of any of the ancient dragons that still, like the gold one, Marshall?
I mean, I could, Marshall's easy to get a hold of, Bandura, he's here. I mean, I could call him.
Yes, call Bandura.
Okay.
I have information pertinent or that he would be highly interested in knowing.
Okay. All right. I'll send a message to him. It's like midnight. When do you want him to come by?
Immediately.
Okay. So just to make sure we're clear, Bandura, really nice guy. Okay. But like most nice guys, if you interrupt his sleep for something he doesn't think is important, he'll get grumpy. And like his grumpiness is like the grumpiness of all grumpiness.
I see. I accept the danger. Tell him I'm asking for him to come. Put the blame all at my feet.
Does he know you?
He should know of me if he knows anything about this tower and seen me coming and going, and I've been on television in front of this tower.
I mean, he's usually more so paying attention to the people at his, at his hospitals and his rehab facilities, and he's more of a people person.
Okay. Tell him we found one of his ancient kin, if that really making matters. Just fucking call him. You really want me to get mad? Just do what's asked of you.
I'm just trying to help.
Stop talking. Leave and answer my fucking request. Your blithering is pissing me off.
All right. Hey, you need to understand. You're here, right? And I don't have to let you be here.
Tell that to Lily.
Here's the thing. While I don't like to get physical, I can. I don't want to be that guy. You don't have to be mean to me.
And
That's
you
all I'm
don't
saying.
have to warn me over and over again when I've already accepted the risks.
But it's because you don't understand the risks.
Fine, I'll go find him myself. I'll go walk around outside the tower, just shout his name to the sky until something happens.
He probably won't hear you.
But it'll
Send
make you
the
feel better
message.
since there's not doing anything productive.
All right, well, yelling at me is obviously not productive.
And telling me anything apparently is not getting where anyways.
Just saying, you're pulling a fire alarm, all right?
Fine. Then let's not talk to anybody. You know what? I'm done. I'm going to go jump off the top of this tower. I can still access the roof, can't I?
I mean, those windows don't open, but yeah, you could go up there.
Going anywhere else other than this idiot's presence.
Excuse me. And he walks out the door.
I don't care what happens anymore. Reality can burn at this point. Fucking trying and everybody's just acting like idiots and not doing what's asked of them.
Okay. What's
Abraham
everybody else
just
doing?
storms away.
Like just out into the hall? Are you going to a specific place?
He doesn't pay attention. He's going somewhere, and that's anywhere else. And if he finds himself in a spot, he suddenly hates being in that spot and goes somewhere else.
All right. Nate, are you still in your corner?
Yep. Not planning on leaving it.
Okay.
At the very least, not until I've heard news of Talah.
Okay. Talah, eventually Lily will fall asleep, holding on to you.
I will gently move away from her, careful not to wake her.
Mm-hmm. There's a giant, like, I'm talking like 15-foot tall stuffed fat frog with a big belly, and you just kind of lay her down on that, and she kind of curls up in the frog belly.
And then I'm gonna see if I can find Nate.
So yeah, you're able to. It's not too much trouble for you to get. You figured they were going to Dryden, so you're able to go down and you hear down the opposite side of the hallway the grumbly old man voice echoing down the halls. But you know Dryden's to the left, so you go in there and you walk in. You see Gobs laying on the floor, knocked out cold in her own drool. And you immediately start to look around and you see Nate in his hidey hole.
What happened?
Oh, hi, Talah. Maitland happened. It's nothing serious, I don't think. There was good intentions. Poor timing. I haven't really been feeling like moving from this spot. Sorry. I have a potion over here meant for Gobx.
What kind?
I don't know. I haven't checked. Sorry,
What kind of potion does he have, Sunscream?
Just a second.
Nate is stiffly moving his body as if he's just been on full alert for the last hour. Not
Which he
moving
has
an
been.
inch. Yeah.
It's you know how they make those toothpastes, right? Where like there's two different colors and they're separated.
Yeah.
It's a potion bottle like that, and the half of it is red, and has all kinds of like residuum crystals in it, and the other one is a minty blue. And you know this is a combination potion of supreme healing and elixir of health.
Okay.
So the strongest healing potion that exists and an elixir of health that will remove all conditions. Combined into one.
Fun. Can I use that on her now, or
Yeah, you can feed that to her.
I'm asking Nate.
Oh,
Maitland left, so probably.
Right.
Sorry,
I'll
I'm still
hold-
on edge. I would like to stay here for a bit.
Yeah. I get that. I'll hold out my hand to receive the potion,
I hand it off.
and I will pour it into Gobs' mouth.
I presume she wakes up from that.
I would hope so. Sounds great.
oh, I was on mute. Yeah. So, Gobs, you come to feeling the healthiest you've ever felt, which is odd, and looking into the sad face of Talah.
Who is trying to put on a very slight smile, but failing.
Yeah, you don't need an insight check to know.
How long was I out?
I would not be able to tell you.
Nate, it's been about 30 minutes.
Yeah. 30 minutes.
Nearly long enough. Okay.
I heard Abraham yelling when I got over here.
I
Yeah.
don't know what about. I've been out.
I'm not sure either, but it's certainly something that's pissing him off.
I was planning on going to him next, but given you have a closer friendship with him, I think it's a good idea that you come with.
I don't think I'm in the right headspace to help. If
I think
anything,
none
we
of
will
us
echo
truly are.
off of each other negatively.
Guess I'm going on my own. And at that moment, Talah is leaving to find
No,
Abe.
It doesn't mean I don't
go.
want to come.
Gobs, you keep an eye out. I'll be back shortly.
So yeah, trying to find an angry wizard.
It's not, it takes you a little bit to catch up to him, but it's not hard because Abraham is in full rant mode. So you hear his voice echoing down the halls. and you're able to. It probably takes you about another 10 minutes to catch up to him. Where you come around the corner and you just see him kind of stomping through the hallway, yelling at walls.
Abe?
Hmm.
I'm sorry I didn't help you immediately. I saw you were
Doesn't
hurt.
matter. Nothing matters anymore. Nobody cares. Nobody outside of us cares. Don't
That's
you
where you
realize
hear
that we're all alone?
You hear a deeper voice behind you at that point, Talah, going, "Well, I don't know if I'd say nobody cares, but perhaps nobody knows what you feel they should care about." As a close to 6'8", very fat man is standing behind Talah, long white beard, long white hair, little bitty spectacles on his nose.
And who are you to have entry into this tower in such a state?
Well, somebody who called me and woke me up in the middle of the night, you seem to be...
We have never met before, so I don't know your appearance. So you must be Bandura. Sean, who seems to be hard to reach at this point in time, he says he's out of town, says he might have found occultatum, and I figured you and your brethren might like to know that. And keeping that secret with me would not be conducive to finding and keeping him safe, should you desire his return.
It would be good to see my brother again. We used to have the nicest talks. Here, let's have a seat. And there's a bench sitting in this hallway up against the wall that wasn't there before. And goes and he sits down and he begins to clean out a pipe. "Oh, Talah. Good to see you again." As you've met Bandura before, Talah.
Yeah, I believe I did. I'm just trying to find in my notes when and where.
He runs the hospital that your mother's at. You talk to him. He knows
Right.
your mother. He's been watching
That's what it was.
taking care of her. Now, young man, would you like to continue yelling at the air, or would you like to sit down and tell me what all this is about?
I have too much energy. I will stand. I was almost murdered, and a friend of hers was killed in order to...
He hands you your pipe filled with tobacco and lights it for you. Helps me calm down and think.
He takes it and doesn't smoke and continues talking. Was almost murdered, and her friend, who was murdered, in order to steal the cube that had the encoding of Enkindu, Gilgamesh's imprisoned brethren.
Oh.
Stolen by an evil
Gilgamesh had a
tabaxi
brother.
named Scant. And Scant's out there trying to do God knows what with it, underneath apparently the orders of Enkindu himself. So we can't trust the being inside the cube that we were trying to use in order to resurrect some being similar to Gilgamesh. And we don't know where he is or where he's going to strike next, which is why the tower's on lockdown, because the body we're building to resurrect this god being similar to Gilgamesh is in the other room with Dryden.
Sounds like you've had a very difficult day.
You don't say.
Have a very difficult existence.
Many do. That's part of the great work that I do, is to help to patch up those broken bones and cracked minds and bodies and
How's
try to
my
give them
mother
some
doing?
simple... She's been doing well. Not better, but not worse. Which is all we can hope for, I suppose, until more is learned about the creature she has in her soul. So, to make sure I understand things correctly, you have been trying to bring Gilgamesh back, a noble adventure, and you had an artifact you believed would help with this. That was taken from you, and the person who took it from you tried to kill you and killed one of your associates. Is that correct?
Yes.
I still don't understand how I didn't notice him. I was in the apartment for hours.
Hmm.
Now that you say that, yeah. That is odd.
Well, there are many abilities, both mundane and arcane, that make people difficult to notice at times. Like you, young man. I didn't even know you were here until you spoke up. It was quite interesting. Usually pretty cognizant of those around me. So, I suppose my question then would be, what do you wish of me?
I do not have the power or the contacts in order to help Sean. For if we were to complete this body that we were attempting to build, we need more materials. Materials that could only be gained through a contracted job in order to obtain it from a train. My friends didn't want to steal it, and we cannot afford it. For Aurum is hard to come by in our realm. Nor do we look to the charity of others.
So you need this aurorum to finish the body.
Dryden right now is using some true gold in order to finish up, I believe, some wiring inside of this Gilgamesh frame. But the Aurum is needed for his shell, his skin. The amount we need is tens of thousands of gold we do not have.
Is this aurorum for sale?
I do not know. All I know is it's going to be in one place, and if we're going to have a chance at it, we have to be there too, because we do not have the money.
Well, my concern is that even if I were to provide that funding, if the metal has already been purchased or is not for sale, then that leaves it out of reach regardless.
Well, we would have to contact S&J and find out, for they're the one that held the contract for this job.
So what are you asking of me?
I'm asking you nothing. I'm telling you what I know and what we intend on doing. Whether or not you choose to offer anything is your choice.
My place in this city is taking care of those who can't take care of themselves. I mean, yes, I do have finances at my disposal, so I'd be willing to consider providing. But you have to understand, I'm not infinitely wealthy, and a lot of these funds go towards helping those who cannot help themselves.
And
Are
even
you-
if
are you
being the
asking-
power
are you-
of Gilgamesh. Go ahead.
I don't. My confusion is you seem to be angry that no one's helping, but yet you're not being specific on what help you want. I mean, do you want me to be there whenever it arrives in the
No.
town? And demand it be handed over? I don't understand.
I am telling you what we
I
intend to do.
understand its
Whether or not you
importance.
choose to do anything. Whether or not you choose to do anything is your choice. What I am confused about right now and struggling to comprehend my next steps on is even if we do recover this material, what next? How do we use it? The body is inert unless it has, well, the equivalent of a soul, and the only one we had was stolen from us, apparently by its own design. The prisoner inside the cube is a being of similar power as Gilgamesh, yet his personality is so different that I believe he is more of a means to an end kind of person than a protecting and preserving kind of person. You give somebody like that with a less than moral approach to life the power of Gilgamesh and set him free on the world, what you think is going to happen. So I wonder, what is even the point anymore?
So the first sign of difficulty, your choice is give up?
To get angry and then think about it.
This is also not the first sign of difficulty. We've been struggling for months. And honestly, all you siblings seem to be mildly uninterested in helping or actually getting yourself directly involved. But you'd rather have
Well-
us do it.
Well, this is the first I've heard of any of this. Does Marshall know
Really?
about this?
I'm unaware of anybody knowing about this, for we have an aspect of Gilgamesh himself. As you might be aware, there are beings in this building that are aspects of the split apart Gilgamesh. Dryden.
No, I was about to ask who
Okay.
that was. Who is this Dryden?
Once you come meet him, he can explain for himself.
So
or maybe you can meet the
you're
one at the top of the
angry.
tower.
You're angry that me and my siblings have not been involved with something that nobody has told us
No.
anything about.
I'm not angry at you. I'm just angry that things keep happening to us. You have not been involved because we've not asked you to be involved.
And then you call me in the middle of the night to come get involved. I'm here, and now you don't tell me what you want. You
I'm
understand
about
my
to go on a
confusion.
dangerous mission in order to recover materials tomorrow. And yet I was not going to take with me the knowledge that Ocultatum is out there somewhere. He's not dead, and Sean may have found him. I was sharing you
And I
information
appro- and
about
I-
your kin before I
And I
had anywhere to
appreciate
go.
that. I just don't understand why you're so mad at me.
I'm
Thunder
not
up.
mad at you. I'm just mad.
Yes, my dear.
The thing is, we've been very careful about who we tell what, given some information is just too dangerous to be thrown around.
Oh, obviously so, especially with the chaos that the city's in. I mean, the return of our red brother has been interesting to say the least.
Well,
You know, go ahead.
because of it, all of this, we've been through quite a bit of hardships, to say the least. And you have to understand what Abe is saying is true. He's not mad at you. He is just mad at the situation we are in and
That
not
definitely
really
sounds like a
knowing
difficult
where
one.
to turn, who to trust. We are between walls and they are closing in, and we don't see a way out anymore. So that is what we are asking help for. Direction. Any kind of help that can be provided. Because
Nate, what was the insight check for?
That was on his befuddlement about who is Dryden. Dryden.
No, he legitimately does not know.
Mm.
Right? You guys have to remember, you were the first to really discover that they were aspects of Gilgamesh, or to figure that out.
Yeah, no.
You know, and the Grand Centurion knew that Zenyai, well, not Zenyai, he knew Elindaril was because she's got the same code as him. So that's why she was able to go to the top of the tower and do her thing. Right? As far as he is concerned, she is Gilgamesh. Right? Each of them are Gilgamesh. He doesn't know why there's more than one Gilgamesh now, but, you know, they're the ones he can't tell them no. So, but yeah, and keep in mind, all except for Elindaril weren't in the city. Dryden was off. Carrie was off somewhere. Zenyai was down south. Nobody knows where Uno is. Right. So there's a lot of this information that you guys have that nobody else knows about. But he goes, no, I understand. I mean, my home will obviously be a safe haven to you, and I'll hold back whatever storm I can, but it's been a long time since I took up battle. Not since the founding of the city. And I don't want to be that person again. Is that selfish?
Maybe so, but I understand it. I mean, if I
Back
had it
before
my
all of
way, I would
this-
try and save my mother before saving the world, I suppose. So, yeah, I understand wanting to be selfish.
And once upon a time, all of this, and he kind of waves his hand out. All of this beyond the tower was just grass. The river running through it. I was the first living thing to walk these lands. So for a long time, it was just me and him. And you're saying you think you can bring him back?
We were
We
trying.
hope so.
It was just you and him.
Yes. For about 2,000 years or so.
Have
And
you
my
ever heard the name
siblings-
Enkidu?
He never
Have you ever
mentioned a
heard
brother.
him talk about it?
No,
Not even once.
no. Every time I tried to talk to him about before the dome, before the wall, before he woke me, the only thing he ever mentioned is his old home. To the northwest,
home?
beyond the dome. Yes, I mean, he came from somewhere. All of us come from somewhere. The place he was born. Had a strange name.
Do you recall what name it was?
Yes. Started with a D. Darla? Dampa? Ah! I remember. He called it DARPA. And that's where we're going to end this week's session.
Just wrote a quick thing
Some
about
good
what
games.
Dobbs has been doing in the meantime.
Oh, I thought you were still out cold on the floor.
No,
Nope.
I was healed.
Sorry.
I've been up, I've been speaking.
I
Yeah, but I don't listen
got
to
her
you.
up.
You specifically told me I was awake. We had a
Where did you put it?
conversation.
Oh, I wasn't there for that.
Yes,
yes,
you
you
were.
were.
You
can't prove it.
told me I was awake. There will
No,
be
We
a
can't
VOD
prove
after
it as
this.
soon as the
There was a
frickin'
blue mint.
DMV comes up.
That's
There's
not
a
true.
blue mint
I can
thing.
edit that.
Well, then you'll have to find it first.
Yeah. So Gobs, I'll say as you're sitting there angry, Exodius actually kind of curls around you protectively, almost cocoon-like. Doesn't like close you off from everything, but
More like a blanket.
like
More like
those
wrapped in
egg-shaped
wings.
chairs. No, like those egg-shaped chairs. So
Oh, those.
yeah.
Oh.
But yeah. So, but yeah. And that is where we are going to end our session for this week. And we will pick it up from there next time.
I'm gonna go
But
find my
as
cat.
always, it's been a
Right.
pleasure.